Ramblin Man here. Now, I did a video yesterday on the riots after Winston Boogie Smith Jr. was shot and killed on Thursday afternoon, and I talked about how they had rioted in the streets and lit up a dumpster and everything. There were 9 arrests. Well, again, last night, fools are out there again. Now, let me tell you something, because these people are protesting, rioting, and everything, and what they did, they put a bunch of bikes up, motorcycles, and dumpsters to make like a blockade, and then the Minneapolis Police Department went out and did a bunch more arrests. Well, let me tell you, it blows my mind, and this is just one of the things I wanted to tell you real quick so you have a little bit of background on this. So what they want the body. They're claiming, show us the body cam footage. Well, I already told you yesterday, because this was a U.S. Marshals Joint Force deal that they did. There was no body cam footage, okay, and they're undercover, so the cars didn't have the rolling video like they did on squad cars. So I don't know what they're going to come up with. I mean, I don't know. They may have to find some video somewhere, but there may be something out there. But as far as body cam, that they were told there was none. So they may come up with some. I don't know. But here's the thing. Now, you're talking about a man. Yeah, his sister. The family's always going to say this, that he's trying to get his life back together. This is the same guy that's trying to get his life back on track. Is the same guy that did not make it to his court appearance to get a sentencing for his firearm possession charge on May 19th. That's not that long ago. That's like, what, 2 weeks? So 2 weeks ago, he didn't show up. That's why he had the felony warrant. If someone's trying to get their life back on track, wouldn't they be going to answer for their crimes, get that out of the way? Yeah, he had already had that aggravated assault in 2017. Now a felony firearm possession. Now, when they came up to the car, this guy has a weapon, and they proved through forensics and from shell casings inside the vehicle that he had fired back at the police officers, right? Now, and it would make sense that he was the only one that was killed or injured by gunfire besides the passenger, which got a little glass from the firing, because the passenger did nothing. They were just there. And so the shots were all aimed at him, who they claimed had a weapon, which they retrieved a weapon, plus the shell casings, right? Now, let me tell you a little bit about this guy all these guys doing these protests and riots and things, just like George Floyd. Yeah, did he deserve to die? That's not my place to say, okay? But my mom and dad always said, don't put yourself in a situation where you shouldn't be, where you're not supposed to be. I mean, you don't go out after midnight, out in the street, because nothing else going on after midnight that's good. Kids included, right? So as you get older, you think you learn these things. So if you're in a situation that you have drugs and everything else, and you find that you end up dead, it's not like a surprise, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe he died only doing drugs and the cops had him, and you can't blame just the cop on all those different things, but people are going to say whatever they're going to say. Let's get back to Minneapolis. Now we have this guy, Winston, right? Winston Smith, and he's shot in the car when they're trying to serve a felony warrant for him. He exchanged gunfire and gets shot and killed. Here is the guy that they're talking about and everybody's protesting and rioting for. This is his Facebook. This is the stuff he had on his Facebook. I'm going to read this for you. It says, "We got guns and bulletproof vests." Before I do this, let me just tell you, if you have kids around or you don't like bad language, I'm going to drop a couple of these. I'm just going to do it because I'm going to read it like it is, so you understand the magnitude of it, okay? There's like 4 or 5 different little things in here that are not going to be something your child needs to hear. So pull them away from this, please. So he wrote, he raged on Facebook. He said, "We got guns and bulletproof vests too, or should be able to get them. Why not just rush these fucks and start this war they keep asking for?" As to who he's talking about, I do not know if he's talking about one side or the other, if he's talking about police officers, who he's talking about. It says, "Fuck justice anyway, bitch. Justice is an eye for an eye. You kill one of mine, We need one of yours. That's justice. Right or wrong, fuck being right, because they keep doing us wrong. I'm down with the burn everything government. Not touch shit else. I don't even need to loot. I'll buy my shit. Just kill them dirty ass cops. We tired of being scared at the red light. Now, that's what he put on there. You tell me if that sounds like a guy trying to get his life back together. And I mean, I get fact checked for putting jokes on Facebook, but this is something you can find on his Facebook. That's disturbing in itself, meaning that, hey, Facebook's okay with the people talking trash about killing dirty ass cops, okay? I'm just saying. His family claims the angry social media posts don't reflect the man they knew. Yeah, well, do you think all these serial killers and other crimes that took place from other people, most of their families were in the dark anyway. They're like, oh, that's not him. I don't know. Why would he do something like that? I'm just telling you, you don't always know that person like you think you do. Since in Minneapolis, since all the stuff that went down with George Floyd, in the same amount of time of 2020, from the first part of 2020 till now, in the first part of this year, from January 1st till now, there have been 36 murders so far in 2020 in Minneapolis. Double the same amount of the period last year. And the police department has lost over 200 police officers to attrition, meaning they quit, right? They're just like, whatever, I'm not going to stay here, and you limit what I can do in my job. Plus, they've already done some defunding, so they've lost some of their funding. So why would you stay and not get paid when you have to deal with this crap all the time? The carjackings in Minneapolis have gone up 222% over what 2020 was. So these are just a little bit of what's going on in Minneapolis. If you ask me, we need to start finding people that we are proud of, that are heroes, not these guys that are thugs. I mean, let's be honest. This guy right here, you can't say it without meaning it, but I mean, if he has a gun, he's fired at the cops, and he's wanted on felony possession, and you have a weapon. If I'm a police officer, I'm just out doing my job, which is not paying what it needs to pay, and you're getting ridiculed by everybody. And here's the thing, it's not like it's Minneapolis PD. This is a joint force of all the sheriff's departments and everything, working with the U.S. Marshal's Office, doing undercover, just serving warrants. They go in for this guy, and he exchanges fire, and they kill him, and this is a surprise to people. Oh, they're just out here killing us black people. And that is not what's happening. What you see and what you hear and what actually goes on are completely different. These people are out here protesting and wearing Black Lives Matter. I don't even know how people are still supporting Black Lives Matter after 7 years of bullcrap. They raise $1 billion and have helped the community. None whatsoever. So here's my take on it. You can take it how you want it. You can take it as a slap in the face. You can take it like, yep, that's what needs to be said. Winston Smith is dead because he chose the way he wanted to go. That could have been one of those things like, hey, he could have done a lot of things. First, he could have been involved in aggravated assault. Okay, so everybody has their baggage. Well, then he could have not been carrying a weapon illegally, feloniously, right? But he did. Then he gets busted. He gets convicted of that. He could have showed up to his court date. He didn't. And then when he was out there, if he already knows he's up for possession, and that's what he was supposed to go sentencing for, why would you be carrying a gun? You're up to no good if you're carrying a freaking gun on a felony possession charge. Let's be honest. Why would he have a gun in the first place? To feel safe? Who's he safe from? Himself? Because he's the one, it sounds like he's one of the criminals. So all these people are like, we want body cam footage. You know what? You don't need body cam footage. There's enough there to tell you what happened. A thug went out. A thug decided to do things his way instead of doing what he should have done, and now he's dead. That's my opinion, and then I'll stick by that. If you want to quit being killed, quit acting a fool. Honestly, quit acting a fool. No one makes those kind of things all over Facebook talking about killing dirty ass cops and talking about, you take one of mine, I take one of yours. you're not in the right mindset. And we're probably better off as a nation, as a world, without that person in it. Just saying. If you have a problem with me or what I have to say, tell me why. Because until you can show me a reason why that man should be alive, that's a justified shooting to me. If he was not in the situations he put himself in for someone that is trying to get himself better, okay. People trying to get themselves better don't just keep making bad decisions. I know I'm right on this one, so take it the way you want it. Make sure you subscribe, comment, and share. Thanks, guys. Ramblin' Man out.